Welcome to Savepoint, a show where we talk about video game news and topics that you suggest to us in them comments down there and on Twitter using the hashtag Savepoint. My name is Ryan Shepard.
I'm Nick Rubio.
And that's exactly what we're going to do today. We're going to jump all in. Also, quick note, two quick notes actually. One, we can't do a show without topics, so please leave us your topics. And two, you can share this video with a click to tweet link that will be at the top of the description, and we will be giving out a game. We're supposed to be giving out one right now from last week, and we'll do that after the video. We'll post it. It'll be up on Twitter and everything because I don't have that list with me right now. But that's what happens. You can win a game, click the tweet, share the thing, talk about some topics.
Free games. You scratch hardback, we'll scratch yours. Big Fry TV from the Twitter universe. What's your opinion on the horror genre? I feel like to me it's gone downhill since RE4. I don't think so.
I think this is truer with consoles.
Mm-hmm.
Now, on the console space, I think that we have kind of seen a decline. But in the PC realm, I mean, you have Outlast, which was pretty popular for being a super scary game.
Amnesia, Penumbra. Mm-hmm. I mean, Outlast was a good one. Soma, which is still in development.
Okay, well, we can hope that one will be good.
It's made by the same... The people who made Penumbra are the people who made Amnesia. And the people who made Soma are the same people who made both those same games. So, I mean, I can't imagine that they're gonna...
I don't know. And I think Alien's good, but Alien's on the consoles
It's also on the console.
I think that's a genuinely scary game that just came out. I think that part of the reason why we haven't seen really scary games since Resident Evil 4 is because they've been trying to mimic that formula ever since. Like, I think that's the reason why Evil Within is getting some pretty bad reviews.
Well, I mean, it is being made by Shinji Mikami. That's his style, you know, as it is. I haven't heard anything bad about this story as far as Evil Within has gone. More so about the way it was presented with the wide frame. You know what I mean? Like the black bars on top and bottom, and then the 30 FPS. And like those kind of things. And then the bugs didn't help. The people climbing infinite ladders, though I thought that was kind of like, maybe they did that on purpose. Like, it's supposed to be surreal, you know?
Yeah.
Like, fuck infinite ladder, you know?
If not, I mean, it's an easy explanation for why things don't work. Oh, it's not a glitch. That's surrealism for you.
Salvador Dali.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think that maybe horror games are finally turning back around. I think especially with the Oculus Rift, there's just a lot of opportunity. I'm still waiting for...
PT was a good one.
Oh, yeah. Silent Hills is going to be a scary game. Maybe not as scary as the teaser would lead us to think, but it's definitely at least going to be a scary-ass game. I'm trying to think of some other good examples.
What's the game that's coming out? Recode or
Oh, Routine.
Routine.
That game looks really interesting.
They just recently did a dev post not too long ago to say, hey, we're still alive. So I'm so happy about that.
Yeah, that's good news. Do you? How about you guys? Can you weigh in the comments and let us know if there are any horror games that are coming out or came out very recently that rekindle your hope for the genre, or do you guys think that it's going downhill? I think there's hope.
People like, well, there's always hope. I think, you know, it's such a I don't want to say niche, but it's still like really a big popular thing that people love and enjoy, and I feel like there's that market always.
I mean, and I feel like it's only getting easier to scare people because almost everybody's got surround sound. Okay, let me not say almost everybody. A lot of people have surround sound, certainly more than they had in the past. So these sort of things that create more ambience in a game are there. You know, you have the Oculus Rift, you have Project Morpheus coming out for PlayStation. It just seems like it's an easy thing. I mean, the Kinect has a heartbeat sensor. I mean, I'm sure you get some kind of cool use out of that. I mean, I think it's there. I just think it needs to be
less action, more
harvested.
Horror. Less action, more horror. Unfortunately, that's what happened to Dead Space. And I mean, as much as I really love Dead Space 2, it was a lot more action-y than horror. Dead Space 3 just fucking threw the horror out the window. I mean, there was a jump scare here and there, but I mean, it was on a snow planet where everything was bright. Yeah. You know, like, not the original, like, you're trapped on a giant ship with thousands of undead monsters.
Yeah. Well, thank you for that topic, Mr. Big Fry. Let's move on to the next one here.
Dead.
This one comes from Reese Hemmings from YouTube. I think it's a first time. Submitter.
I have never heard of you.
Thank you very much. He wants to know: do you believe that GTA San Andreas will be getting re-released to the Xbox 360 or put on next gen? We're a little late on this because it was leaked and then it happened within like 5 minutes of each other.
They were just like, fuck it, just tell them, who cares? Marvel's already coming out with their shit, who cares?
Let's not even get into that. So it came out on Xbox 360. I think it's available as a digital download only, and it's like $3.74. That's awesome. I don't know if you can also get it on Xbox One. Do you know?
I don't know. I haven't checked.
Okay.
I know. I mean, it might be. Maybe.
But I mean, if it's a digital game, I don't see why it wouldn't be available for both.
Well, I mean, the same reason why we don't have a lot of other games on Xbox One, unfortunately.
I can't attest to Xbox One, but it is already on Xbox 360, so unfortunately, I don't think there's much more we can really say about that one.
So go put some money in your Xbox Live account, buy San Andreas, and hit the gym, because that was a fun thing to do.
Oh yeah, I remember like getting my guy real bulky, like it was really big.
And then like running, and then like so you could swim, because I think that was the first game you could swim in.
I think you're right.
Every other game before, you would just fall in the water and drown, because white people can't swim apparently. Like I don't know.
When are we in San Andreas? Weren't you playing a black character?
Yeah, but
in Vice City. Okay.
And all the other characters, they just couldn't swim for some reason.
Gosh, so what do we do now? Do we do the whole ad break thing?
Yeah, I mean, we might as well.
All right, so here's the thing, guys. We have this whole mid-roll ad break thing that we're trying to do. You may or may not get an ad. It doesn't always happen, but what's going to happen is we're going to attempt to go to an ad, and then when we're back, we'll go to our last topic for the day. And if you haven't yet, subscribe to our channel. You know,
we should play a game of poker while the ad plays.
Yeah. But we'll be right back, guys, after this message.
And welcome back to our wonderful show.
Yeah.
The poker game didn't happen because we don't have cards and time.
So let's get into this last topic here of the day. Do you want to read this, or should I read this? I think I read the last one.
So Corey Vincent, Vampire Ghoul Boo.
This is from Video Game Bang. It could be anyone, but I suspect it's Corey because he loves Marvel.
Yes. Talk about Marvel.
Talk about Marvel! Okay, so if you have been sleeping in a cave on a deserted island that was bombarded by a nuclear radiation, then you might not know that Marvel basically just released their entire film schedule to the year 2019.
Yes. Who knows if the planet will be around? But as far as we know, Marvel's still making movies.
And if you're not like pooping your brains out, then I can't help you because they just announced everything. Okay, we have Captain Marvel, we have Black Panther, we have the Inhumans, we have Marvel Infinity Wars,
Guardians of the Galaxy 2,
Civil War, everything.
Like Civil War Part 1 and 2.
No, it's
the Infinity Wars. It's Part 1 and Part 2. That's
Civil. See, but the thing is, I feel like there's going to be other tie-in movies because if you remember when Marvel came out with the Civil War comic series, it would be Captain America, Civil War, Iron Man, Civil War, Spider-Man.
I wonder if they're going to do it like a Namor, or I wonder if like they're going to do like a Namor movie, or if like the Namor is just going to be wrapped in with the Black Panther. Because you know how Wakanda and Atlantis are like right next to each other, and they fucking hate each other.
Yeah,
hate each other's guts.
I don't know if they're going to get into it because it seems like the studios try to avoid putting out movies with similar characters. I feel like, we're probably not going to get a Moon Knight one because Moon Knight, might seem similar to other comic book movies that have already come out. For instance, so basically Namor might not happen just because we know Aquaman's going to happen, and people, to the uninitiated, they might see that and go, oh, they're just ripping off that other comic book movie.
I don't even know who's Aquaman.
What is DC?
Who's DC? They just got rocked so hard. I don't have any faith in them anymore.
I mean, I feel bad because Marvel has Disney money now, so they can do whatever they want.
Where's your female superhero movie?
Oh, I know. The people are all like, oh wow, they're gonna have Wonder Woman in Superman versus Batman. Captain Marvel, entire movie to herself. How awesome is that?
Yes.
And what I think is really interesting, I read this quote from Kevin Feige, who is the president of Marvel Studios, if you guys don't know. He said that the interesting about Captain Marvel is that she has cosmic powers, but
Captain Marvel. It's not Marvel, it's Marvel. Mar-Vel.
I thought it was only Marvel when it was the old one, the dude.
Well, what happens is that I don't even think they're retconning him. He's not even, or maybe he'll be in it for a little bit, but he dies of cancer. Spoiler, it happened a long time ago. He dies of cancer, and they take his DNA and make it into her.
But they might fuse the characters into one person because Mar-Vel, the original alien, is he Kree?
Yeah.
He was a very big player in the Thanos Infinity Gauntlet storyline. He's pretty big in that. So they might Donald Blake him like they did with Thor, where Donald Blake just isn't really a person. He's just kind of offhandedly mentioned. It seems like that's what's happening to Hank Pym because we know that Paul Rudd is playing
Ant-Man.
Yeah, but the new one, I can't remember his name.
I didn't see any of Ant-Man in the trailer for Ultron. Are they just not having him in it? Is he not a thing?
I don't know. Maybe they just didn't see him. Maybe he's like a surprise.
I was looking for him like in the trailer. Like I watched it like 3 or 4 times, a day, and I haven't seen him.
I don't know. I think maybe he's a surprise because it'd be weird just to not include him. It is also a little alarming that on their film schedule they never announced Ant-Man 2. Are they aware? Maybe they're just worried it's not going to do well enough?
Who knows?
Because it's completely untested territory. You know what I mean?
Pretty much. It's Guardians was 2, and that like surprised everyone.
Oh, so what I was going with Captain Marvel. So she has these cosmic powers, but she is an Earth superhero, and he mentions that. So I think that her movie, it's going to play a very big role in connecting the two universes. Because, you have the Guardians of the Galaxy side that deals with a lot of space and aliens, and it's a bit more fantastical or a lot more science fiction than the Avengers was, or any of the Avengers movies, because they very lightly touch on, like, alien things. Like, even Thor, like, his society are aliens. They're not gods. But they don't seem that alien. I think maybe Thor 2 explored that a bit more with the Dark Elves and everything.
Yeah.
They were called Dark Elves.
Yeah, they were pretty much Dark Elves. They were called something else, but they're fucking Dark Elves. So another thing that I'm interested to see how they handle is the fact that in Civil War, if you haven't read the comics, Spider-Man and the X-Men played big parts in those events. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, at one point Spider-Man is on both sides at some point, and he gets the Iron Spider suit.
That suit is so cool.
And then he tries to fight Tony Stark.
Well, don't ruin that, because maybe that'll still happen somehow.
Well, anyway, it's stuff like that is like awesome and so memorable in those series. That it's hard to imagine it without it. So like I want to see how they'll handle it and how it's portrayed in these movies.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I mean, I read some rumors saying that Fox was in talks with Marvel Studios to see if they could like figure something out. But I don't know if that's true at all. I can't vouch for the veracity of those claims.
Come on, Sony Pictures.
But I'm sorry,
get off your ass.
Marvel Studios would do such a better job with Spider-Man
and the X-Men.
Like I feel like.
That's Scarlet Witch, though.
A lot of people like the new. Do you like her? That's Ashley Olsen.
I love her. Yes,
she's pretty cool.
And you know what's weird is that in Godzilla, Ashley Olsen and the guy who played Quicksilver, they were the wife and husband in Godzilla.
Oh, that's true, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's really funny.
Yeah,
that is really interesting. Yeah. That's gonna be really interesting because if they're introducing, I don't know if they're even calling them mutants. I read
they're just calling them like gifted, like people, like they're just
euphemisms.
Gifted. Yeah.
I don't know. I just like, for instance, with Sony and the Spider-Man franchise. It's just like, I feel like with the second movie, like they really beat into you the fact that they want to make more films. Like, oh look, it's the Vulture suit. Oh look, it's the Dr. Octopus's thing.
It's every Sinister Six ever.
Yeah, like they're really setting up the Sinister Six. So I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen with that, but I'm really excited to hear about all the movies that come out. Like I practically peed myself today.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm actually a little freaked out because I feel like they already announced everything, so now my life is empty.
I like the Inhumans, like Black Bolt, like the entire Royal Cult, like, and I wonder if they're going to use like the old, like not old, but the older Inhuman like storyline or the newer run of comics that is happening right now.
Well, it seems like they're keeping it pretty modern. Like Civil War was, I think, 2 or 3 years ago. It might have been longer, to be honest. So Civil War is fairly recent. I mean, Infinity War is not really recent, but
I mean, Ultron was
Ultron's been around forever.
Yeah.
But I'm excited just for that. Just for Age of Ultron is going to be awesome. Oh my god. So, what's the deal? Is Tony Stark I can't even separate them as people. Is Robert Downey going to be in all of it? Because I think he said he's in until Avengers 3. And maybe like him saying like, oh, I don't know if I'm doing any more was kind of his like way of like teasing us.
Well, maybe he was saying that because he was like, I don't want to do any more standalone movies, but I'll do movies where I'm not the only one on the screen all the time, you know?
Okay, I could see that. Because there isn't an Iron Man 4. And maybe that was some misdirection by him saying like, oh, there's not going to be another Iron Man movie. He wasn't lying, but he is showing up in a bunch of more movies. Like, I'm really interested in those crossovers. Like, I would love to see the Guardians fighting alongside the Avengers. Like,
they're
can you
going to have
imagine
to.
that without your brain exploding?
They're going to have to for the, you know.
Or another really interesting thing is you know that Captain Marvel comic I just picked up? In how Rocket Raccoon is in that? I was reading someone online, and they were saying, you know, as soon as I saw Rocket in the Captain Marvel comic, I felt like they're giving her a movie. Because, you know, the comics always get ramped up when the movie's coming out or the movie came out, and it makes sense that if they're pushing a property more, it might be a sign that that person's getting a movie.
I mean, there is that. I kind of stay away from stuff like that because, like, the Guardians have their hands in a lot of comics. I mean, they're in all the Nova comics, you know, all the time. Like in the first couple Nova comics, you know, the Kid Nova comics, the Guardians were in it. Gamora and Rocket were, you know, and all that stuff. So they're not. As far as I heard, if this is their entire hand, I'm kind of disappointed that there isn't a Nova. Yeah. You know, but it is what it is. I'm getting an Inhuman, so I don't even care. Yeah. Like I just want to see Black Bolt and Medusa. Like I don't even know. Like blow my brains out.
Who's to know where this is going? I mean, if you asked me like 5 or 6 years ago if they were gonna make a movie for Guardians of the Galaxy, I'd be like, yeah, that's not gonna happen. There's no way they're gonna put a major budget into a bunch of characters that are widely unknown.
I think it was like their top grossing movie.
And that's the funny thing is like I don't think it was their top grossing, but it was. They said that like, it was one of the best performing movies in the box office for the entire year. Like James Gunn did a wonderful job directing that. Holy shit! Like we just kind of rambled on about that. Please let us know your thoughts about the Marvel thing, and let us know if
how much money are you going to spend, and can you live that long?
And let us know if you're angry that has nothing to do with video games. Maybe we will see some amazing tie-in games. But tie-in games usually suck.
Technically, I mean they got Disney Infinity. And I've heard pretty decent things about it, but I can't bring myself because I know if I start buying it, I'm going to buy it all. I'm going to own everything.
Yeah, I don't know. Let us know, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more content. As always, we love you so very much, and we will catch you next time on Savepoint.